Hello my beautiful lovelies, welcome back to my channel, here for another video. So today we're actually going to be looking at, are you on the right track, and other advice from Spirit. So I'm very excited for this one. This is of course timeless, so don't worry, when you're finding this is relevant to you. But of course, right now as I'm recording it, it's coming up to a full moon, so I wanted to celebrate by just using the Moonology cards. I love them so much. And I've chosen intuitively a stone each pile, so whichever stone you're drawn to, you're drawn to for a reason. If you're new to pick a card readings, just relax and go with which you're drawn to the most right now. Which one can you not keep your eyes off of? So we do have pile number 1 here, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Now of course, like always, the timestamps will be linked below in the description box, so you can skip straight to your reading. If you're drawn to more than one, just go with it. Trust your intuition. There must be some mixed messages in this pile, that pile, whatever ones they are. Just trust it. If you need to listen to both, go ahead. Now take your time. Feel free to pause the video if you need to do a little meditation or deep breaths, and choose whichever you're drawn to. Okay? And I'll see you in your readings. Alright, hello, pile number 1. This is your reading. Are you on the right track? And what advice can you receive from Spirit today? Now, you were drawn to this particular stone, which is connected to your root chakra. So this is your base chakra. It is what connects us to the beautiful earth. It's what allows us to feel grounded. Now, maybe you're being drawn to this because it's something that needs to be a focus at the moment. Maybe you have, maybe you do suffer from anxiety, fears, or a sense of instability. Sometimes this can mean, if this chakra is out of balance, it can mean, you know, struggles with financial situations, or just the sense of security, you know, feeling safe and comfortable. So if this relates to you, that must be the reason, but I'm sure we'll find out some more amongst these messages. I'm just going to place this one up here. Now, the first card that we will uncover is, you are good enough. You are good enough. Okay, you are good enough. I feel like I'm needing to repeat that for some reason. Maybe it's a self-belief thing. Full moon in Virgo, very earthy energy, okay? So Virgo being an earth sign, very fitting to this particular crystal and the link to your base chakra. So I'm really feeling like there needs to be some work done with your grounding and self-belief, but this comes naturally when you do learn how to realign or balance your chakras. If you ever need any help, I do help with that, so you just message me. But there are practices you can do, such as, you know, spending more time in nature, going you know, for walks, going to the beach, sinking your feet in the sand or in the water, nature walks, hikes. Exercise is a form of grounding. It makes us feel, you know, like our movement is shifting energy. They're just a couple of ideas I feel like will benefit you. Intuition we've got. Interesting. Let's see what else. Be true to your heart. Be true to your heart. Okay. Let's have a look here. We've got the 4 of Pentacles. Yep. I can see here that there may be currently some struggles or ups and downs in the money situation. Not feeling like you have enough. Not feeling like you could get past that money threshold. Maybe you're always stuck at a certain point. And, you know, Spirit's coming to say you are good enough, and it's time to move past that. It's time to connect with your base chakra. Do some work on that, and yeah, it's time to do this. Maybe intuitively you'd know, and that, you know, you're being drawn to be doing these practices or exercises or getting out in nature or some sort. And, you know, maybe we haven't been listening to our intuition as much as we possibly could be. But now's the time. That's what Spirit's saying. Now's the time to take some time and work on yourself, especially being in nature and grounding yourself. Now, maybe you are an earth sign, maybe you're not. Maybe Virgo is in your chart at some point. Whatever it means, this is still very relevant to you. There's a lack of self-belief here that you can move past these blocks, these money blocks. Now let's have a look what else there is. The Empress. Be true to your heart. Okay. Ooh. Knight of Cups. And we've got the Angel de la Nuit. Knight of Cups. What? Two? Okay. And then Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's a couple different messages here. So I'm wondering if you have some messages around, or are questions around, are you on the right track with relationship? Are you on the right track of, you know, where you're going in terms of career or financial situations? Okay. Now, the strongest message around the money situation and how to bring that to a healthier point is 100% that base chakra, nature, practices, mindful practices, okay, to enhance that intuition. Because when you are grounded and when you're connected with your base or root chakra, this allows you to naturally move to practices that benefit you. You know, your spiritual body will naturally know what it needs, and you will just have urges to do that. That's what the Queen of Wands is saying. Like, this is a point where you will get, and if you're already working on these things, amazing, keep it up. If you feel like you're neglecting these things, 100% now's the time to take on these practices. The whole concept of I don't have enough time is actually a blockage. Don't let that be your excuse, because we all have time for 5 minutes of something, you know, even if it's 5 minutes of quieting the mind through meditation, stretches, you know, like 10 minutes of yoga stretches or something. Whatever works for you, 100% do it. Queen of Wands is like, yes, I figured out how to maintain this balance, you know. It's so crazy how much our spiritual body has an effect on our waking life, you know, like it just, you know, if we're out of balance in an area, things like our finances will be out of balance, our spirituality will be out of balance, our relationships. But main message here around the money, if you've been struggling or you're worried about it not getting better, that's what you need to focus on, okay? And then I have this message over here, right? There's like the motherly figure, the nurturing, loving, beautiful motherly figure. The Empress can also be represent fertility. So, you know, like if you've chosen this pile and you don't want more kids, then it's also a sign to be more cautious. But if you do want kids, this fertile phase of your life is coming up. So this is like really magical if you want to be a parent or if you want to grow your family. And with the two Knight of Cups here, Spirit saying yes, like if you're in a relationship, it's like you guys are a match. You're a good match. Knight of Cups twice is like, you know, you balance each other. You're in some ways very similar. You know, you want the similar things, you have the same views, and you know what each other wants, okay? This can also represent, you know, someone that wears their heart on their sleeve or can be quite emotional or romantic, one or the other. But that's basically what they're saying. So if you had questions around the relationship, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right relationship? This is basically what Spirit's saying is yes, like you guys are a good match. And if you want future children, that's there. You have this natural nurturing ability that takes over when it comes to motherhood. You know, like even if you're someone that hasn't had kids yet, when you do, this is going to happen. Some people think, you know, oh, I never want kids, I won't be a good mum. And then it happens surprisingly out of, you know, just suddenly. And yeah, they just surprise themselves. They surprise themselves. I was actually one of those. Yeah, so it's a really magical message here. So I can see here, you know, be true to your heart. Be true to your heart. It's a good time to think about what you actually want. If you haven't got things set in stone or goals that you want set in stone, I mean, not set in stone, but, you know, clear goals or things that you want, not because society thinks, you know, you should do this, not because, you know, it's normal to have a family and get married and all that. Do what you want. Your relationship doesn't have to be what everyone expects it to be. You have it how you want it, you know? And that's what I'm feeling here. It's like maybe your relationship doesn't live up to the standards of the traditional marriage, then kids, and so what? You know, if you're happy and you guys are on the same page, then that is all that matters. And with Angel de la Nuit, this can represent a time of wish fulfillment coming. You know, like it can represent a time where things were not so easy. Okay, things were not so easy, and now there's wishes coming through, you know. And I feel like this is to do with the relationship. Maybe you've had past relationships that were not so great. Maybe you've had problems with having babies. But this is like the time is coming near, and to trust the process. So if this was, you know, on your mind about relationships, family, and then finances, this is a strong message for you, okay? It's all coming if you maintain how things are and you be true to your heart. No need to change things if they're good, okay? That's what Spirit's saying right now. No need to force things to look a certain way if they're already good and you're enjoying it. I'm loving the Queen of Wands over here because I do feel like it's connected to both. You've received something that you're so happy about, and it might not be like one big receiving of something. It could be, you know, you've figured it out. You've figured out the answers, or you've received love, you've received a baby, or you have that package, that family package that you wanted. And again, working on that base chakra, working on the grounding, mindful practices are so important for you right now. I can't stress how much that's coming through. And Spirit's actually just saying right now that the more aligned you are with your chakras, the more you're going to notice your intuition strength. You know, it's going to be so clear. You might even have spiritual abilities that will come through. Very interesting, very interesting. Now I'm just going to pull any last cards that want to come through. Is there any last messages for pile number 1? Are they on the right track? And what advice might you have? Ace of Cups, new beginnings, emotional new beginnings. Ooh. Emotional new beginnings, which can represent starting a new relationship if you're not in a relationship already, or a new phase of a relationship. But also it's like new beginnings and very happy ones, emotional, fulfilling new beginnings. Again, I just want to mention, you know, if you're thinking about having more kids, or if that's been on the ideas, be prepared. It might come sooner than you think. Be prepared. And then we have the Hermit reversed. So this advice that Spirit's saying is, don't neglect self-development, don't neglect your quiet time, don't neglect your practices. The Hermit is, it's like whatever sign you are that's listening to this, it's like you need your time and space. So, you know, if you ever find that life gets too hectic, taking some time out, doing less is more. That's what Spirit's saying. So that's very strongly a push towards, you know, being more aware of the daily practices or the routines that you have and setting more healthier ones. Okay, so pile number 1, this was your reading. So that is a clear message to let you know, you are on the right track. There is some tweaking that you could do. This is what's to expect, and if you maintain this, then really good things are coming, and I'm very excited for you. Now, if this did resonate with you, please let me know. You know, like, are you wanting to start a family? Are you in a relationship? Are you guys quite similar? You know, do you suffer from things such as anxiety, fear, or instability? Anything like that, let me know below. If this did not resonate with you, it might be an idea to pick another pile and see if that one resonates with you a little bit more. Anyway, I hope to see you in the next reading. Love to have you here, and bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. We're about to find out, if you are on the right track. And what other advice does Spirit have for you today? Now, this is the card that you chose today. The crystal is actually linked to the sacral chakra. So maybe, whether or not you've been feeling a lack of creativity, maybe you're feeling the urge to isolate yourself from social events or gatherings, whatever it is. Maybe you have, if you're a female, have menstrual cycle problems or anything like that. If there is messages to come through about that, it'll come through in the cards. So let's wait and see. So the card that came through first of all is A Time for Healing, Balsamic Moon. A time for healing. Then we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. Ooh. Okay, so you're obviously on this reading because you're a little bit unsure if you're on the right track, or things have been going so hectic that you were almost convinced that you were on the wrong track. So what I'm feeling here so far is, you've been through some rough stuff. Death, perfect card. End of a tough cycle approaches, which is represented by death and rebirth. Endings of something that's been going on for you. Endings. And I have a feeling it's going to really shift when it comes to the next full moon. Whenever that is for you, whenever you're reading this or listening to this, maybe take some practices up, rituals around the moon. See if that helps you. The full moon is a very powerful time to release things that you no longer want. Let the universe know you're finished here. Whatever it is, you're ready to heal. There's definitely a new beginning here in the career or ideas, financial situation. There might be something that you're taking on or considering taking on. There could be an ending of something. It could have to do with your work and starting a new phase. So you've got higher ground. You've got Ace of Wands reversed. Oh, you've got Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so there has been some blockages, or just the fact that your mind has been elsewhere when it comes to career. And, I get the feeling you've been just too busy focusing on something else to be focused on the money coming in, or to put the energy and love into what you do. So the Ace of Wands is all about like an ambition. It's a call to power up that ambition, that drive when it comes to income or things that you're passionate about. And there must have been a block here for a little while. 9 of Pentacles usually represents, well, it's very abundant, but being reversed, it's like this has been awaiting, but there's some healing that needs to go on before you receive this. It could be whatever this end of the cycle, or this tough cycle that's ending, been waiting for this to end in order to receive what you need to receive in the money, in the financial situations. So keeping that in mind, have a think about what this tough cycle is. It might be really obvious to you, it might not be. It could be just a phase of feeling deflated or not into what you're doing, and yeah, there's a call to heal that area, which I'm feeling like it could be linked to family or relationships or something, just because you did get the sacral stone. Now, with a time for healing and you got the sacral chakra stone, maybe, yeah, it could be very, very linked to your sacral chakra, which can be relationships ending, it can be family situations, it can be loss, it can be grief, it can be childhood memories coming up. Whatever it is for you, it's time to have a little focus on that in order for you to move forward. You need to release something here, and whenever this next full moon is, consciously release it and write out your feels, because this is waiting. There's a block there. Okay, now no matter what, how much time you feel like you wasted is irrelevant. It's time to look at things from a higher ground. You know, it wasn't your fault that things weren't flowing the way you really wanted them to. It's just the way it was meant to play out. Okay, we'll get back to that soon. Then we have King of Swords and 3 of Cups. Now this can represent a male figure in your life. If this was an ending of a relationship, this could be that person. It doesn't have to be a male, it can be a female, but it is all about they're very quite reserved. They keep their emotions, you know, quite private. They're very wiser than they realize. This could be that person, or it actually could represent yourself. Maybe you've been hiding these emotions that's been going on. You're more hurt than you realize. But there's a strong call to be focusing on your community. So maybe you have a community of people that you feel so comfortable with, so connected with. This could be, you know, sisterhood. It could be literally like female family figures. It could be those who you work with. If you have close girls or female friends in the workplace, or this that feminine energy. You don't have to be a female. It's just that feminine, loving energy surrounding you. There's a call to find your community and stick to that, and start putting your energy around the people that enhance your energy, not drain it. So there's something here that's been draining you for a little while, and it's time to get that focus off of there and start fresh. Ace of Pentacles is like a new beginning, a new focus, a new stream of income. It's like money's coming back into your vicinity. So yeah, there's a few different messages coming through here. So I feel like there's a fair few different people watching this one. But remember to look at things from a higher ground. Okay, so being more aware of, you know, everything happens for a reason. So this learning curve is creating an upgrade within you. It's creating a fresh start. This death and rebirth is strong. Okay? So like, you may have been feeling like, oh God, am I on the wrong track? Like, am I on the right track? And Spirit's saying, yes, you are. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. But there needs to be a shift in mindset and perspective now. Okay? But you can't do that without a little healing, a little focus on what's actually been bothering you. Are you putting aside these feelings and pretending they don't exist? Did you get hurt from someone in a relationship or a family member? It's time to acknowledge that and send yourself some love and self-care, because it's totally worth it. You know, you're worth that. And then they're saying this Ace of Wands, this newfound ambition and drive will come through. This Nine of Pentacles will come through. I feel like there's been a time of money being a little scarce, and this is waiting. Nine of Pentacles, so abundant. Like this goddess of abundance is waiting to come through. So that's coming up. That's coming. But remember to maintain yourself. Put yourself first, and then completely shift that mindset. Start by healing and then setting new goals and releasing, you know, what you have not achieved. Absolutely get rid of the whole mindset of, oh my God, I've wasted so much time, because it's not true. It's like Spirit keeps saying this process had to happen in order for you to upgrade. And now is coming into the time where you focus on your community, you focus on that new mindset. Let's see if there's anything else that comes through. Is pile number 2 on the right track? And if there any other advice? So we have Knight of Swords. Don't rush the process. Don't rush the process of healing. Just take steps. Take steps. Or don't try and completely skip it. Yeah, Queen of Wands. You'll know when you hit the nail on the head. You'll know. You'll know. I'm feeling like someone's hurt you. Someone's hurt you, and you're gonna hit the nail on the head, and you're gonna realize, okay, this is what I've been so focused on, you know, emotionally, that I've completely just lost that drive. I've lost that sense of me, my passions, and you're about to find that again. So yes, you are on the right track. Look, he's actually running down a track. So you're on the right track, they're saying. So this is awesome. This is really good news, and you're on the way to healing. Things are looking up. You have a beautiful community surrounding you, waiting to, you know, just be made the most of. Pay attention to your sacral chakra, especially if you do suffer from any, you know, struggles with lack of creativity or the isolation kind of thing, not wanting to socialize. Or it can be, you know, not trusting your feelings, avoiding your feelings, anything like that. Pay attention to it. Okay? All right. Pile number 2, that was your reading. And I hope that gave you some guidance and clarity to where you're at right now. If that resonated with you, please let me know below. I love to know, you know, if that did. It just lets me know that we're on the same page, we're on the same track. And if that didn't resonate with you, feel free to pick another pile, because maybe there's something else just waiting to be heard. Okay? Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you next time. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So we're about to look at, are you on the right track? And what other advice does Spirit have for you? Now, the first card that you chose and the crystal is actually linked to your third eye chakra. Now, if this is at all out of balance, sometimes we can lack direction and clarity of where we're going and what we're doing. And so we will see further into the reading if the intuition is being affected in any way, or if there's a lack of trust in where you're being guided. Let's just get into it, shall we? Your first card is be bold and make the first move. Oh, okay. So this could very well be linked to your third eye chakra, right? Just not having that trust, not having that trust in your intuition and feeling like, you know, you're on the right track. So there's something here being highlighted, but we will see further into it. Amplify your positive emotions. So it's very possible it's about the mindset. Renewal of peace. Okay, cool. Be bold and make the first move. Let's see what other cards are coming through. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. 9 of Cups. The Devil card. 2 pages of Pentacles. You gotta be joking. This is very much someone who has a lot of, who's very driven, who has a lot of creative ideas when it comes to earning money or their career. You quite possibly could be an entrepreneur, someone who has their own business, someone who's created their own fantastic thing. And then you have 6 of Wands. So you've got 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 2 pages of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, which is all about emotional fulfillment, like your cup is filling, completely filling. And we have the Devil card, which I'm feeling like is linked to your third eye chakra, or your trust in your abilities to, you know that you're doing the right thing. If you get an idea out of completely nowhere, trust that these ideas are often sent to us from the higher realms. You know, your spirit guides are constantly encouraging us to be on the right path, or like sending us ideas in order to help us. So there's a call to change your mindset, or trust in everything that's happening around you, trust in the process. Now, with that, sometimes we can be stuck and not know how to move forward. So like, there is a strong call to make the first move and start moving forward. There's a lot of highlighting around better thinking, better thoughts, more peace. So I think this your focus on mindset needs to be very much a focus. Now this could mean meditation, spiritual practices. This is quite, I feel like you might, if you were drawn to another pile, there might be a message in there for you, because there was another pile that was quite similar. But regardless, this is for you, and there's definitely a strong call to really work on that mindset. Always put it first. Self-care, mindset rituals, mindfulness, meditation, affirmations, going for walks, grounding yourself. That's where the Devil card comes through. If we neglect that area, especially if you are this kind of person, this entrepreneur, your own boss, full of ideas, creativity flowing, you need that balance, and it'll blow your mind. The more you focus on this, the more things that will come through that will just enhance whatever you are creating. With your intuition is where you receive incredible ideas, and you won't even know where they come from. It might sound a bit crazy to you, but this is just how it is. And so the Devil card comes through to warn you to not neglect that balance, okay, and to trust what you're receiving and where you're being called to put your focus. with the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, together, you're very, it's almost like you go through phases of being completely like sure of yourself. The ambition is there, the drive is there, you're feeling really good, and then it'll fluctuate and you'll be like, oh, okay, maybe it's like slow patches, or just these moments of our inner thoughts getting in the way, and we're like, whew, all right, maybe I can't do this. Can I do this? You know, what's going on? But overall, Spirit is letting us know that you're on the right track. You're on the right track, but there is some tweaking to have done. Okay, and this comes to do with your mindset work, and you may be being drawn to reading into books, reading into audiobooks. There's some sort of audiobook or book waiting for you to be read. That's what I'm feeling. So if there's a book that you've been waiting to or putting off reading, it's time to do it now. The more incredible, exciting knowledge that you can get into your mind, the more it will drive you, and you can just project that into what you're doing for work. Because 2 pages of Pentacles is very powerful. It's like you were made to do this. This is a very strong message, pile number 3. You were made to do whatever you're doing, or whatever you think you want to do, if you're not yet doing it. Because then you have the 6 of Wands here, which is when you create this balance and you work on this self-belief, and you learn how to get rid of those thoughts in the back of your mind saying, oh no, I can't do this. That is when your energy is going to be undeniable, and you're almost going to just attract the abundance that you need and you want. Okay? That is what this message is coming through as. And with the 9 of Cups, it's very emotionally fulfilled. You're going to feel very emotionally fulfilled. It's like all will be in balance. And in order to, feel like you're on the right track, this is the practices that need to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just suss out if there's any other messages that need to come through. Let's have a look. Is pile number 3 on the right track? Is there anything? Oh, okay. Is there any other advice that pile number 3 could be receiving? King of Wands. And then the 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, so I can see here that this lack of mindfulness practices, or it all comes down to not allowing yourself rest time, or sometimes when you have so much to give, so much to do, so many ideas to create, we can become workaholics. Now, the Devil card's coming through with this message too. It's a call to not run yourself down. When you become a workaholic, or you're focused, you don't take those breaks, those periods of rest, you can become forced to rest. And this can be from your mind. You could just become stressed, anxious, you just become out of balance, and that is the warning here. Now, this won't happen if you create balance. This won't happen if you allow yourself time to take a break from work. Make sure you have that time, set yourself work boundaries, set yourself goals, and do not neglect, because you'll be super peed off when something happens. You'll either pick up a sickness and you're in bed for a week, or the universe has its way to force us to take a break if you don't break yourself. So make sure that you're treating yourself. Take yourself out for a massage, take yourself out for a nice nature walk, a hike. Literally just go relax by a pool. Make sure you're, with this abundance, whatever you're creating, reward yourself with holidays. I know you can do it. And then the King of Wands is letting me know that there's going to be, in the near future, especially when you focus on this whole balance thing, a whole new found confidence and strength, right? It's like nothing will be able to break you down when you get into when you're in sync with how you're meant to do things. I hope that makes sense. You're going to just feel so much more confident and strong. This balance is everything for you. This is coming through so strongly. Balance is everything for you. And if you master this, boy, have you got some good stuff coming on for you. Okay? Now, I'm really curious. If you're listening to this pile, what do you do? What do you do for work? I want to know. Let me know below. I'm nosy, I know, but it's just like really intriguing because it's something very powerful, magical, creative, awesome. I don't know, entrepreneur style, own business, whatever it is. I'm curious. And if you haven't created this yet, it's coming. If there could be a part of you guys that are listening that haven't yet taken the steps to create this, and that's why the be bold and make the first move message is coming through. So it's time to take action on that. It's time to take action. It's time to believe in your abilities to do this. Work on that mindset. It is 100% everything when it comes to running your own business, doing your own thing, and you'll be shocked and surprised. Okay, don't let that inner voice bring you down. So pile number 3, this was your reading. Just letting you know, this is very powerful. So I'm very excited for you, and you've got your answers. Are you on the right track? Yes, it looks like you are. Now, remember to trust your intuition and bring in those practices that enhance your intuition, your third eye, such as meditation. And I can't wait to hear from you guys. Let me know if you liked this by liking my video. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. I'm excited to deliver these messages for you. Okay, so are you on the right track, and what other advice does Spirit have for you? Now, you were drawn to this particular crystal, which is connected to the heart chakra. Okay, so, it could indicate an imbalance here, or this is the focus for the next time being. If you've struggled with any heartbreak or hurt or grief or anything recently, this could be also why this is coming up. Or compassion or anger even. But we'll see more about why that's coming up here. First card. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Amazing. Expect powerful change. What could this be? Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So interesting. So there's a call to take some action. Knight of Pentacles. Six of Swords reversed. The Empress. 5 of Cups. We have potential gateway. Oh, powerful, powerful, powerful. All right. Slowly putting this together. 10 of Wands. Ooh, is there a fire in your belly or what? And the moon. emotions. So I can already feel here, especially there's so much green. There's so much green energy, especially with your heart chakra crystal. Now I can feel here that there is some heart chakra stuff to be worked on. Okay. Let me just tune in. There is a call to be more nurturing towards yourself. It's like maybe you've been through some stuff, or you're emotionally not feeling the best. You might have been through something and you've been waiting for something to change, and it's coming. There's a call to love and care for yourself during this time. But I can also see here that there's things that you want to get done. There's this person behind this emotion that is so driven and strong, especially when it comes to their career. Especially when it comes to their career and their ambitions, because Ten of Wands is so powerful. It's like boom, like a strong fire in the belly. I know what I want. It's just, how do I get there? It's like this emotion. The moon is very emotional energy. It could be linked to a Cancerian in your life, or maybe you're a Cancer. It doesn't have to be, but emotion, Cancers are ruled by the moon. Or maybe you feel emotional around the phases of the moon, but there's like this emotion has been just holding you back from doing something that you've been wanting to dive into. And yeah, there's been a delay, because with the Six of Swords, when it's upright, this represents help coming at the right time. And I feel like you've been asking for change or help for quite some time now, and it hasn't, and you felt like you've been forgotten about or neglected in the help department. And yeah, it's just, it feels like it's not on time. It's like there's been a delay, but it's still coming. Okay, don't let yourself sink into this, oh well, things are not working out for me, I'm just gonna empty, I'm just gonna sabotage. This can represent self-sabotage, emptying out the cups, the good things that you do have still, just because something wasn't quite right there. If someone's hurt you, it's to do with the heart. I feel like, you might have been disappointed, maybe you've been hurt, you've been grieving, but at the end of the day, you have your health, or you have these career goals, you have some family and friends, and whatever it is, you can focus your attention on and say, look, well, I do have these things. I know I'm struggling in this area right now, but I know I can get better. I can get better. And so Spirit, with this pile, they're saying you have a choice to make it the right track. Okay. Right now, I feel like there's a little bit of stuck energy here, and you have the ability to create this into the right track for you. And this is why potential gateway has come through. You have the potential to change things around and get more practical. It's time to acknowledge how you're feeling and respect how you're feeling. Love yourself, care for yourself. And then it's going to come the time where you need a practical plan on what it is you want to achieve. Don't push those emotions aside. No way. You can create a balance here, and you can create a way to use those emotions in order to create this fire. There's something that you want to work on, to achieve, and you're going to have to use your experiences in order to be like, well, you know what, that's it. I'm showing everyone that I can go from here to there. The Knight of Pentacles, is so determined and strong, and she's armored up and she's ready for this challenge. So this powerful change is coming. This powerful change is coming in strongly, and you're going to have to do some work too. So it's not just going to happen. You're going to have to do some work. Whatever it is that you're healing from or hurt from, or if this is emotional, it could be, you know, hurt, a heartbreak, or depression even, just lack of love for life. It's time to heal. It's time to seek healing. Now, whatever that means to you, it's time to do that. The Empress is so, you know, it's so caring and loving and nurturing. It's that nurturing motherly energy. Now, maybe you need to be around your mum, or maybe there's a situation here about your mum that you've been grieving, or maybe for some of you, I'm getting all these different messages because I feel like there's a few different people watching this. Maybe some of you have lost a baby in the past and we're still grieving. Be gentle with yourself. Whatever it is, it's time to, like, I get this image of cradling yourself, like looking after yourself, you know. It's nothing that you've done wrong, but it's time to heal. It's time to heal. And there's this powerful change coming. And yeah, Spirit's saying you have the potential to get yourself back on track. 100%. And now I just want to check in with any other messages that are coming through for you, pile number 4. Are there any other messages? Is pile number 4 on the right track? Pile number 4 on the right track. Page of Cups and Page of Swords. Rightio. I can feel here that you might be feeling a little overwhelmed with everything that's going on in life. You might have a lot of ideas that you want to achieve in the future, but you can't quite get your mind there. You have a craving for fun. Sorry about that. You could probably hear the lawnmower man. Let me just pause it for a moment. Okay, that's a bit better. With the Page of Cups, there's a call to have more fun. There's a call to get your mind off things, go out and have some fun with people. It's very like a childlike spirit coming through. So like it's time to go and enjoy yourself as well. You know, this will raise your vibrations. If you're feeling like you're wanting to be isolated or alone, gather with the closest people or like a good friend and go out and have some fun, have some laughs, go to the movies, go eat some food, whatever it is, but go have some fun. You're being called to, not neglect that aspect of your life, that fun times. And you'll be surprised that getting your mind off things, how when you come back to it, how much more clarity you will have when it comes to where to start and how to create a practical plan towards whatever it is you're working towards. It's time to take action. That's the message. It's time to take more action towards these dreams. And it's time to take more action towards healing. Okay, there's powerful change coming, and you have the potential to allow that. Okay, so you are on the right track, pile number 4. But it's okay, like we all get stuck sometimes, and it's important to honor and acknowledge your emotions, what you're going through. It's important. and you have this potential gateway to open up some new incredible stuff, like powerful new change is coming. So let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Now, that was your reading, pile number 4. I hope that that brought you some more clarity to your situation. If it did not resonate, feel free to pick another pile. But if it did, please let me know how it did below. And by liking this video, it shows me that, yes, you did enjoy that. Yes, it resonated with me, and so on. And I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Bye.